I'm Samuel. I'm a football manager blogger at FM19.com, podcaster on the One More Game podcast, and recently I decided I wanted to attempt to make a really short, succinct and to the point football manager YouTube video, so here I am trying that out for the first time. Hold tight as I give you a whistle-stop tour through my first season in charge of Vitória Sport Club, sometimes known as Guimarães, on FM19. I'll start with a look at how the Primeira Liga table finished up. We were predicted to finish 5th by the media. The board wanted a top half finish, but we managed to finish 3rd. You'll see it's some 20 points behind the eventual winners of Porto and 17 points behind Benfica, who didn't manage to win the league despite only losing once across their 34 matches. Our record was we won 19, drew 9 and lost 6. That saw us qualify for the Europa League group stage for season 2 ahead of Sporting. We finished 3rd for goals scored and 3rd for the least goals conceded. Overall, I'd say 3rd place was probably pretty well deserved. As for the domestic cup competitions, we didn't manage to secure any silverware in my first season, unfortunately. The board were okay with us crashing out of the Taça de Portugal in the 6th round against Nacional, but I wasn't. The Taça da Liga is probably my favourite competition so far that I've discovered on the save. We enter at the 3rd round, which is 4 groups of 4 teams that play each other once. If you finish top of that group, you progress to the semi-final. If you win the semi-final, the final's 2 days later. Unfortunately, Porto knocked us out at the semi-final stage this season, and they went on to lose against Sporting in the final. Talking of results across the season, we took 8 points from a possible 18 against Os Tres Grandes, which is Benfica, Sporting and Porto. Not too bad at all. That did include wins against Porto and Sporting in the second half of the season, as we went on a run of just 2 losses from 12 across March, April and May to round off the season. I want to talk about my tactic for this season. I absolutely loved it. I might even go as far as to say it was potentially unique. The key was the wing backs. They were a constant danger and creating plenty of chances for the players in the advanced positions. This season was back when strikers and forward play didn't really work as SI had hoped, so I was constantly tweaking the front 5 positions. The one you see here is probably the second tweak that I made, in terms of 2 up front and 1 in behind with a Carrilero and a deep line playmaker in the centre midfield. The defence was solid though. It was the first time I'd played a back 3 on Football Manager for years, I think, and I definitely want to revisit it at some point in the future. Taking you through my best 11 for the season, you'll see another variation of how the tactic looked at some point this season. I don't like to make too many changes when I join a club initially, so I mainly used the squad that was available to me when I joined at the beginning of the season. Wealthon up front did manage to hit 16 goals, but the player of the season was Rafa Suarez in that left wing back slot. He created 14 goals for his teammates this season, scored 7 himself, as you can see there, and also covered the most distance per 90 minutes in the league as well, so bombing up and down that left hand side, creating chances and scoring some himself as well. You can see he's very, very strong at crossing, decent on set pieces too, good passer of the ball, great technique and great composure and decisions as well. A few improvements to made defensively, so he's not that great at tackling. His positioning is the same as well at 12, but he does have plenty room to improve it. He's just 24 years old as well and Portuguese, so a really, really promising player. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Very whistle stop, as I said. Join me next time as I hopefully summarise my second season in charge of Vitória on FM19. Thanks for watching.